Bitcoin is still consolidating in towards our symmetrical triangle. Yesterday we had our inflation rate coming in at 4%. Now we did not see a lot of volatility kicking in towards the market just yet, but I think this is about to change because of our FOMC meeting we are about to get today. Look, the odds have shifted pretty much to 95% that we will be seeing no rate hikes happening this rate hike decision. This would of course be very bullish for the Bitcoin market, but we can be actually seeing that the market is barely moving while the stock market is exploding towards the upside. Okay, Bitcoin is lagging behind very majorly while we're getting this very bullish news, and Bitcoin is still not moving towards the upside like we have expected. So make sure to hit that like button and let's get right away into our analysis, because guys, we have some very important things to discuss. Why is the stock market exploding towards the upside, but Bitcoin is basically doing nothing? It is still downtrending actually. Look, we are still getting squeezed in towards this symmetrical triangle pattern, while the stock market is actually blasting off towards the upside. I do think sooner rather than later, well, Bitcoin is going to be catching up and filling its gap with the current gap that we are creating because of this divergence with the Bitcoin chart and also the stock market chart. But the question is, are we going to be doing it today because of our FOMC meeting? Is Bitcoin about to see a huge pump towards the upside right here? Or is the stock market about to retrace towards the downside and Bitcoin would just follow the downwards trajectory? Well, one thing is for sure, sooner rather than later, the Bitcoin chart with the stock market will be correlated again. Now, of course, we do know Bitcoin is getting sued very hard by the SEC, along with other FUD that we are getting in the Bitcoin market that is still suppressing the Bitcoin price downwards. Of course, we are getting all of this negative news, and that is causing us to actually move towards the downside, while the stock market is actually moving towards the upside. But during this time period, well, we are developing new interesting patterns. We are developing this falling wedge pattern, this bull flag pattern right here, but also this cup and handle pattern. And guys, eventually we will have to break either towards the upside or towards the downside right here, also of this symmetrical triangle. And of course, we do know during these FOMC meetings, we usually see a lot of volatility. Now, probably because we will be having a 95% chance that we will be seeing no rate hikes, this volatility will very likely come towards the upside. So if we will be seeing this break towards the upside of this symmetrical triangle right here, we will very likely also see a break of this cup and handle pattern, and then we will also very likely see a break of this bull flag, and at the same time, of course, this falling wedge pattern as well. So then, in the end of the day, we are about to see a huge explosion coming in for Bitcoin. Bitcoin has to choose a direction in the coming few hours to the coming few days, because we still have a maximum of about 2 days of trading in towards this symmetrical triangle before we really have to choose the direction. Now, one thing is for sure, volatility is imminent. As you can be seeing on this chart right here, this signal is very rare actually. It is very special that this signal is right now flashing, and all of the time when the Bollinger Band's widths are so narrow on the 4-day time frame, you could be seeing massive moves for Bitcoin being created. All of these moves have been showcasing a minimum upside of 100% and a minimum downside of about 25%. Now, absolutely huge if you ask me. And we are right now flashing it once again. Okay, alongside with all of these squeezes we are seeing with these patterns. And of course, also the stock market against Bitcoin divergence alongside with the FOMC meeting we are about to see today. Now, one thing to do keep in mind for Bitcoin is that we are still trading in towards this downtrend. And I would rather still be pretty careful with actually longing the Bitcoin market just yet. Okay, now one thing is for sure, this symmetrical triangle will be leading. If we will be getting this break towards the upside, I would definitely be interested to be longing the Bitcoin market. And if we are breaking towards the downside, I would definitely be interested to be actually shorting the market, because of course we are still trading in this downtrend. Now, of course, yesterday we talked about the CME gap, and yes, we beautifully filled our CME gap just like we talked about in yesterday's video, we exactly touched this symmetrical triangle resistance that I also talked about, and boom, right after that we got the rejection and we once again went downtrending. Now, one thing to for sure keep in mind is that for this major move, I think this is about to come this week still, guys. And it will be very likely that we will be getting an upside move. Because as you can be seeing, we are retesting this inverse head and shoulders breakout towards the upside. We are testing previous major resistance right now as support. First of all, support flipping in towards resistance. And right now, once again, flipping in towards support. Looking very good for the macro trend of Bitcoin. As well as, of course, the EMA ribbons also flipping into towards support right now. We are right now getting above our EMA ribbons and we are perfectly retesting this one. Now, one thing is very important. We need to be holding above our EMA ribbons, but in the end of the day, this is looking very bullish for the macro structure of Bitcoin. Now, one very important thing, I will be live streaming this event tonight. So be sure to be subscribing to my YouTube channel and also follow me on Twitter. I will be going live right here today for the rate hike decision, but also for the FOMC meeting. Because guys, one thing is for sure, volatility is imminent. So I will be live streaming this event. And if you do want to be staying up to date about every single market development, be sure to be following me on Twitter. And guys, with that being said, thank you guys for watching and I'll see you in another update video tomorrow morning. And guys, bye bye.